Teacher's English Country and English Book Story today. Then, Dirty Birdie Fangs story, and we're going to start for chapter 1 and the end of chapter 2, okay? And one more time, so we're reading about it, some Dirty Birdie Burp story. And we're going to start for chapter 3 and the end of chapter 4, okay? And order for these two book and two stories. Here we go. First, you can read Dirty Birdie Fangs story. Chapter 1. It was a book week at Bertie's school, and everyone had come dressed as their favorite character. And Bertie looked around the playground. There are 4 witches sprinkling fires of a hatch of Harry Potters. And Darren has dressed as a Danny's Mason. And Eugene was a Willy Wonka. And Bertie smiled to himself. His costume was better than any one of them. He was Count Dracula. He was a black of coke and pair of plastic fangs. And a rubber bat jingled from his wrist like you. Whoa, who are you? Asked Eugene. Bertie glared. Who do you think? Do you know the big bad wolf? I'm a Count Dracula, said Bertie. Dracula doesn't wear trainers, said Darren. Suddenly a dark shadow fell over them. Good morning, said the sneaker boys. Bertie turned around. He gasped. Yikes. It was another vampire. He was only taller than his 10 times as scary. Haha, did I forget you? Laughed the vampire, talking out his fangs. Mr. Grouch, said Bertie. Count Grouch. Curled the cracker. I see you have some ideas, Cookie, huh? And he looked down at something by their foot. What is that? A sleeper wrapper, said Bertie. Litter picked it up. But I didn't pick it up, snapped the Miss Boot. Oh, not Miss Boot, the Mr. Grouch. The Mr. Grouch don't like the sweet wrapper was down on his playground. And don't even drop a litter in my playground. I have my eye on you. And he put his fangs and slipped away and is straining his cap behind him. Yikes, showed Eugene. He's scared to me down. Me too, said Darren. How does this sneak of it like that? And Bertie scolded. It's not fair. Dracula is my idea. Yeah, but his costume is better, said Darren. I thought it was a vampire. Maybe he is, said Eugene. Darren and Bertie stared at him. What do you mean? Well, said Eugene, yesterday I passed his check, and the one he always gets blocked, and Mr. Grouch was sitting outside having a drink. And Darren chuckled. So, what's funny about that? And it was he was drinking, said Eugene. It looks like blood. Blood? Gasped Bertie. Oh, so it means it will be a real vampire? Shh, not so loud, hissed Eugene. And he looked at his costume, and it fits perfectly. Maybe he's really the vampire, but vampires can't stare at daylight. They're not jet. Maybe he's a kind of a half vampire, said Bertie. Half vampire, half predator. And he makes sense. And Bertie was always thought there was something freaky about the skullcracker, and he's staring his eyes for his bird, and no hair. And he hates children, Bertie exactly. And plus he has a weird habit of absurdly appearing like a ghost. We've got to stop him, said Bertie. It hasn't done anything yet, said Darren. It's got your clean toilets. And how do you know, said Bertie. How do you know it's a murder? Teachers is drinking of blood. What about Mrs. Meters? Mrs. Meters had taught class too until he has gone home and sick and never returned. All that is, Peter said, after Mr. Grouch has murdered her and the body, or he was wearing times. And Eugene fingered Nicholas earnestly. What shall we do? He said. Spy on him, said Bertie. Find out. What's he up to? Well, he take his turns. Good idea, said Darren. And you go first. Me? Why me? Said Bertie. It's your idea, and anyway, he hates you already. And now, tomorrow we started for some chapter 2. And the end of chapter 3. Okay? It's very, very spooky story right now. And now, one more time, since I'm reading about it, some Dirty Birdie Burp story, chapter 3. Slam, Bertie is alive at home from school. His mom in the kitchen was talking to the phone. Yes, she said, don't worry, I'll speak to him. He's just coming now. And Bertie had a feeling. It was no time to make a swift accent, and he ran upstairs. Bertie, yelled his mom, down here now. I want a word with you. Bertie sniffed in the kitchen. And what all this about you're eating your school dinner, demanded Mom. Oh, said Bertie. Dad. Yes, Dad. I just had Mrs. Sneaker on the phone and it shows sound very gross. It's not my fault, said Bertie. The dinner is horrible. They're full of vegetables. Vegetables are good for you. But Mom, they're making us eat the broccoli and the beetroot and the carrots. Good, said Mom. That sounds very healthy. Now, how could it be healthy than I feel just looking at it, said Bertie. Don't make such a fuss, Bertie. There's only a few carrots. Oh, the vegetables is very, very, very yummy for me, but not for Bertie. Mom, no but, said Mom. Tomorrow you eat all your dinner, Bertie sighed. Okay. Promise me, said Bertie's mom. I promise, said Bertie, as he went upstairs and smiled to himself. His promise to eat a dinner, but his head and Dad will be in it. Had he? Pete, Mrs. Sneaker blew her whistle for a spirit of school. And Bertie hurried, sniffed something down his jumper, and it fell onto the lawn. What if she catch you? He stammered. She won't, replied Bertie. No tucking it back, yelled Miss Sneaker. In you go. The line of children began to fly past his head, and another catching fell and narrowed his eyes. And Bertie kept his head down. Another few meters and it's time to dry. An arm was shoved down as a rate. Uh-oh. Bertie, said Mrs. Sneaker. Oh, yes, miss. What's up that lump under your jumper? Lamp, miss? Nothing, miss. Really? Mrs. Sneaker was fingering around his jumper and his cricket and then whistled. Oh, Bertie. And hands up, ordered her head teacher. What? Said Bertie. You heard me. Hands in the air. And Bertie raised his both hands up back up the crisp fell on the jumper, and then 2 more. Pockets, said Mrs. Sneaker. And Bertie told on his pockets and some sweets, and the chocolate bars and the scarrow down Mrs. Sneaker's feet. You know, the rules, Bertie, she said. No grits and sweets in our school. The chocolate disappeared into his pocket. And later that day, Bertie passed the stuff in the room on the way to lunch, and he heard Ray's voice inside. Thanks goodness we don't have a servant's school dinner, said Miss Boo. Yes, they're really. Oh, you said Mrs. Sneaker. We have another piss. And Bertie opened the door and cracked and picked him. Oh. Then Miss Boo and Mrs. Sneaker said, everyone eat the dinner. But Mrs. Sneaker was take the birdies, crisps, and chocolates and candy and eat with Miss Boot. And Mrs. Sneaker and Miss Boot will be done like the Miss Bonesproof dinner too. And he could see the teachers eating something, a bar of a chocolate. It's bar of a chocolate! Bertie gasped, and his only time had gone too far. Nobody threw the Bertie chocolate got away with him. And in the dining room, Bertie stared. All his friends was eating their dinner. I thought we were on a strike, said Bertie. Sorry, Bertie, we've gotten to eat. My mom made me promise, replied Eugene. Mine too, said Bertie. I am Darren. Never mind, a lassie tired, said Duna. And Bertie didn't answer. He wasn't bitten it. And if only he could think something to get a revenge. He stirred up a softly fluffing of a Laura in the chase of Eugene's plate. It looks disgusting, he said. Yeah, breathed out like a flies in a custard. Worms in our ice cream, said Duna. Mango jelly, said Eugene. And Bertie's mouth fell open. Oh, Bertie's mouth fell open, no Eugene. Why, he hadn't tried them out before. Mrs. Greenspoon was always boasting that a meal when it is made up of fresh ingredients. And really, maybe he could add a few fresh ingredients on his own. Oh, what a good idea, Bertie. But when the teachers will see that, they will be very, very, very angry. And now chapter 4 right now. And the movie started for chapter 4 and the end of reading the Burp story. And that means no new book, but a new story, okay? And now, did I have fun? Era's English, come back some better books and Spy. And a book to goodbye to the sturdy Bertie. Burp story we see tomorrow. Some yucky ingredients so we see tomorrow. And Eugene and Darren and Duna and Bertie will be see tomorrow, okay? And some of the kind of very, 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 very not yummy food will we see tomorrow, okay? And some dirty Fangs will we see tomorrow. And some vampire and a Harry Potter and a Willy Wonka and a fairy and a witch will we see tomorrow, okay? And the Silk and Two story will we see tomorrow, okay? And thank you for listening to my YouTube, and don't forget to thumbs up my YouTube and bye my friend.